As we begin this new millennium, it's a good time to take stock. Where have we been? Where are we going? What do we want the next 100 years to bring for ourselves and for our families? And who will chart our path?
I have a dream. I have a dream. My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Men and women of courage and action set the course for the 20th century. I've been privileged to live in a time of great heroes.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Everyone has been touched by these global heroes who made their mark on the world by the power of their example. In today's world, young people are hungry for role models and modern-day heroes they can look up to and follow. Many people overcome obstacles in their lives and make the world a better place for all of us. Everyday people, from good Samaritans to dedicated community volunteers. Their stories are told in the book, Stone Soup for the World.
The book is great stories of ordinary folks, like most people would meet in their neighborhood, who just saw something that was a challenge and decided that they wanted to make something better. Whether it was in their neighborhood or in their school or the environment or for the homeless. I think that we all have stories like that.
The Stone Soup Foundation brings people together to address problems in our communities. It's based on the island of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, a small place with a strong spirit of community. People help each other out. They care for the elderly, help with each other's kids, and pull together to raise a barn and lift the community's spirit. The foundation is working with our children to pass on this legacy of helping one another. At town meetings, students invited people to vote for their favorite local heroes. In 1998, the Stone Soup Foundation honored the 35th anniversary of Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech.
Don't give out. Don't become bitter. Don't get lost in a sea of despair. Keep the faith. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on to your dreams. Walk with the wind. Let the spirit of history be your guide. Thank you very much.
Grounded in local values, small local ideas are catching on and involving important people, from our backyard to the world. What is a hero? Joseph Campbell once said, "A hero is someone who responds to a call for service and gives his life to something bigger than himself." The hero's journey begins with a single step. It's that moment when you decide to stand up for something you believe in.
Walter Cronkite was the best journalist and the most trusted man in America. The precision and forcefulness of his words lay on the previous research before opening his mouth. He wanted to give everyone the facts, concrete, nothing speculative or abstract. In news and in life, this is something that really makes a difference. If we don't take time to plan ahead before we go into anything, we are relaying our future to the uncertainty. As Walter Cronkite did, we need to project firmness and commitment to every single action we do every day. This is the only way we can inspire everyone around to take us as a role model.
Walter Cronkite was an accomplished TV journalist, but he was so much more than that. He brought life and passion to the nightly news. He made people feel like they were a part of something bigger than themselves. Walter Cronkite allowed people a glimpse into worlds they would never have known otherwise. He was a part of a generation of journalists who strive for the truth, instead of the money and power many journalists strive for today. Walter Cronkite was humble. He wasn't in his job for his ego. He felt a strong sense of purpose and responsibility to bring the truth into the eyes of the world. We are part of a team, just like Walter Cronkite. He believed in being part of a team. He believed in building a better world. So let me end by quoting Walter Cronkite. As journalists, our job is only to hold up the mirror, to tell and show the public what has happened.
Walter Cronkite's journalism was always infused with the kind of moral authority and passion that lit our path, and which I have tried to embrace during my almost 50 years as a journalist. For example, Walter traveled to South Africa almost 9 years before I did. He went during the most vicious, oppressive era of apartheid to speak on behalf of a black journalist who had been nominated to receive the country's most prestigious journalism award. Now, Walter didn't mince words, speaking of the need for a free press, principally to educate the public. And he went on to put South Africa's refusal to grant a visa to a CBS correspondent on a par with the Soviet Union's behavior. It was a bold, brave statement infused with moral authority that in the end drew the wrath of the regime and lost Walter his requested interview with the Prime Minister, although Walter, after being lectured by the government official, got up and thanked him very much and left before he could tell him he couldn't get the interview. Walter refused to give an apology the government was demanding. Walter Cronkite's example showed generations to follow that the standard was not objectivity, that so many journalism schools drill into their students, but fairness and balance infused with passion, the standard I have embraced reporting from all over the world. This award in Walter Cronkite's name will spur me to keep on keeping on, trying to the best of my ability to be a witness on behalf of a public that needs all of us to be the best that we can be in a profession that I still consider to be one of the noblest of all.
Somewhere on this planet, there well may be those who have the solution to each of the world's problems. And Stone Soup for the World is asking all of us to take that first step. It's time to roll up our sleeves. It's time to share our stories and teach our children that they can be heroes. It's time to take action and chart the course for our future. And that's the way it is. I'm Walter Cronkite.